Come in. It's Holly Byrne's dream house. So in this podcast, I wang on with some of my best pals from the comedy world, and I ask them, if money and logic were no object, what would be their dream house? Whose roof from over whose head are we visiting today? Well, you've seen her mastering tasks and not helping Mitchell and Webb. And this week, she's actually currently appearing on Richard Osman's House of Games. But the time for game playing is over, for this isn't Richard's house. It's Stevie Martin's.
What radiators have you got?
The classic one that every single, there's just
Classic.
the ones that are just like that, and they've got dimpled in. It reminds me of renting. I had one rental where you did the stones, where you put there's stones in it. I feel like I'm gonna go, I'm going mad. Did I have a dream? The stones would heat up, and there were 2 dials, and you had to do incoming, and then the stones would retain the heat. And so if you hadn't done incoming heat, then you wouldn't get any heat. So you had to pre-plan when you would need
Hang on,
heat
where
for
were the stones though?
Inside the radiator. I don't know if they're called stones, but that's what I was told. And because I was obviously I never pre-planned. So I'd be like, why isn't the radiator coming on? We haven't given it the energy. That's what do you mean? It's well, the stones radiate the warmth. I'm going to look back at this and be like, no. I'm going to Google it, and I'm going to type in stones radiator, and there'll be no results.
How long would you have to put it on pre?
Well, I wouldn't know, of course, because
you never did it.
Cold constantly.
Yeah.
That was the flat where I also set fire to the curtains.
Did you?
I was very heavy smoker, constant smoking, and would do it by the window, but sort of
whatever.
Functionally.
Laissez-faire about where it went.
Because obviously I was like, it doesn't really smell. And the moment I stopped smoking, I was like, gosh, you really can tell if someone's walked through or near someone who's ever smoked.
Yeah, you really can now, can't you?
Stand for years. I was talking, and then my very sort of casual flatmate was like, oh, she set the curtains on fire. And I was like, yeah, she has. He was like, no, you have. And then I looked, and it was just going, it was smouldering. It wasn't like flames, but smouldering up. I was like, okay. What did we do? Threw wine on it.
Did you? Did you?
Yeah, threw wine on it. That really does sort of sum up what I was like, age 20.
Red wine, white wine?
White wine, of course. Red wine, then I'd have to have thrown white wine.
I was going to... exactly.
That worked the other week. I threw red wine all down my lovely co-ord, my lovely Zara Man co-ord via Vinted. And it was completely covered. And then I went to the loo and I just poured white wine all over it, and it worked. I just thought that was a myth.
You can't see it at all?
Stones and radiators.
I have done it before on a carpet.
Whenever I've done that, or whenever I've been around that happening, is it like a house party in the old days, proper house parties, where it's sort of grim, natty beige carpet. You do the white wine, but everyone is sort of bringing things. So I always feel like actually what's happened is someone has probably brought Vanish, and I've done it, and I've been like, it's white wine! It's worked! But actually someone's actually just cleaned it.
So the curtains were fine?
Because, no,
they weren't fine.
We very much lost our deposit for many reasons, but also someone had drawn in shaving foam a giant dick and balls in the bathroom, and then written dick next to it. It obviously sank into the very cheap white paint. Didn't get the deposit back, so I couldn't pay my £500 library fine from Durham University.
Oh no!
So I absconded, but I deferred a year. And when I graduated, they'd messed up the admin. So I never got a degree from Durham University, technically. So I think it's tit for tat. I didn't pay the library fine, but they never gave me my degree that I'd worked for. Yeah, really wild. But I did an MA. And it was a journalism degree, so you think that they would have done some digging.
I mean, you think prime suspects are digging. I mean, you'd say that. If anyone's going to do some digging...
Magazine journalism, though. So they knew what sort of shoes I was wearing.
Exactly. They'll get your retinal right, but nothing else.
The retinal. Gosh, that's really nice to get that out.
Take a break, Tails. The girl who didn't finish her studies.
Look at me now. Here I am.
Look at you now. Well, thank you for joining. Well, no. Let's get this straight. I'm joining you.
You're joining me.
At your dream house.
Welcome.
It's lovely to be here. But in fact, where are we? Where in the world is your dream house?
So, I thought about this element of it more than any other element of the house, because I do want to live abroad as well, but I think they'd be secondary houses. So I'm talking my main house. And I would like it to be somewhere that feels very remote, like on the edge of a sort of village, but deceptively it's under 50 minutes to London and it's an hour to where my parents live. So, and there's a motorway quite close. I don't drive, but it just feels nice to feel connected. Because I don't like feeling... You know when you're driving through America? I don't, because I don't drive and I've never done it. But like, the feeling of too much space and what if something happened. Like, there's a road in Australia that it's called the Nullarbor, and like, it takes 5 days or something to drive it. And if you break down...
Yeah, you're done for.
No one's coming to help you. Like... That almost makes me feel claustrophobic.
Oh, I'm with you.
I really love the idea of a sort of like practical magic house. Have you seen the film Practical Magic?
No.
Get your phone. It's a very basic bitch thing to say, but I don't believe there is any such thing as a basic bitch thing to say, just like there's no such thing as a guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. We're talking like witchy...
Oh, right.
Yeah, there's like
lovely.
a turret. Do you know what I mean? There's a turret.
There's a turret, there's nooks and crannies, there's pillars, there's awnings.
I believe it was built, also inside as well, crucial. High ceilings, so not that kind of cottagey thing because I'm quite tall where I just brain myself constantly on it.
Lovely. Chateau vibes.
But very like tumble down vibe. You know, one of them water mills?
Yes!
Wheels. Yes. One of them outside the garden and a stream. On the outskirts of the village, as I get older, there's an element of like, I'm the sort of weird woman of the, you know, like I'm the sort of witch of the, you know, I quite like a bit of mystique.
Boo Radley.
Yes, this is exactly who I want that sort of thing, but again, incredibly well connected and also, if possible, sort of well renovated so I don't have to deal with any of this shit.
Like a new build, but couched in...
Old build with new fitting, you know, a really good bath, like that sort of stuff. I don't want rats, I want it to be rat-proofed. Because I can't deal with any of those things. Yeah. But the vibe will be very, sort of old world. The sort of house that you go to see, I wonder who lives there. That is my absolute dream.
Mysterious. Elusive.
The opposite of like a footballer's...
Yeah. So from the outside, we're in the middle of the English countryside, is that right?
Like a villagey thing, and then you kind of go down a path like as the village ended. Surely the village ended. Oh, it's a driveway. Oh, wow.
And it's just poking out the foliage.
Probably a lot of cars kind of coming halfway down and going, oh, no, that's not a road, and then like reversing. Crucially very easy because it won't get mixed up with other houses because, you know, those villages, they'll have one postcode for the entire village. And you can get You don't know any of that.
Has it got a name? It feels like that sort of house that'd have a name.
It does, yeah.
Like Westwood Ho or something, you know, all that kind of sort of thing.
Westwood Ho? Yeah, right. There you go, you've named it. Great. And I am known as the Westwood Ho. She takes men. But I don't. But that's the... Because everyone's like, oh, does she? I've always wanted a turret. That's been a real thing since I was little. Like when I'm older, I'll have a house and I'll have a turret. I like the idea of like a round room, you know?
Lovely.
A round tower.
Yeah. So we're looking at it from the outside. And what is it?
Old witch's house.
Old witch's house?
Big old witch's house.
Is it white and all like that? Or is it...
No, I think white is a bit American, isn't it? It's a bit New England. I think we're going sort of bits of brick. Clearly it's been built on and built, so it's all like loads
sort of higgledy-piggledy.
Yeah.
A bit half-cocked. It's a British witch's house.
Like this. All the floors are all like... So when you sit down, you sort of... Everything just falls off everything. That's what I like. A lot of character. Crucially, I've discovered, because I now own a house, I've discovered that I don't know what my interior design taste is, so I need the house to be doing a lot of heavy lifting so that I don't have to make it look like good. So I couldn't do one of those like glass, you know, white steel, because then you have to either go with the sort of modernist minimalist look when I've got too much stuff, or you have to think, I don't want that.
So what's the front door like?
Huge, mate. Just like massive. With all them like knockers that's got like boobs. Knockers. Like a big lion's head. And it goes like, ding. Oh no, even better. Doorbell. Ding dong, ding dong. Massive sound. I know you don't do that you do that. But then on the inside, sometimes it's like a little...
Sometimes on the outside you have one of them.
Okay, great. Well,
one of them.
I've never seen that.
A pulley.
A pulley.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. And so then there's a bit of pomp and circumstance whenever like the Amazon guy, not the Amazon guy, but the independent shop.
True. Yeah.
Independent parcel.
Yeah.
And I think as well, when you go in, I do really like, you know, there's like American films when I was growing up, and it would be like oh, the daughter is ready for her first prom, and she like appears, and there's always like a big staircase coming down. Never lived in a house like that. Would love to have a big staircase coming down.
Where all your guests, they'll be announced.
100%. Yeah. And I can also like come down half a bit. Oh, so sorry about the mess.
Yeah.
And I'll have like a martini at all times.
Lovely at all times. Yeah. Okay, I imagine because it's an old witch's house, it's got a real creak to it. The door,
massively
the front door.
creaky. I want everything to be very creaky. Yeah. So that as well, I was going to say, so I could know if someone's like intruding. Cause I get so stressed about that. But actually, if everything's creaking all the time, that wouldn't help, would it? It doesn't matter. I'll have like CCTV. But yeah, really creaky, really like loads of, like when I came to yours just then, there was like there were so many locks like that.
Like jailer's keys.
Yes, massive keys that are like, yes, if you get them out of the shop, it's like, why's she got them keys? Yeah, big gold things.
So we've opened the creaky door and we're looking into the
hallway with the big
stairs. We've got the big staircase.
Possibly. Love it when they've got, what's the word for it? Like not a balustrade. Like, did you ever see Tomb Raider, the Angelina Jolie one?
No.
There's a bit where she's bungee jumping in the middle of a house. She's got quite a big house. And it's like a mezzanine level, but it's, all the doors go off and you've got like a sort of balcony that runs around the room. And then the stairs come down so you can see up because they're into the rooms. I like that a lot and I don't know why. And
so a staircase in the middle coming out around.
And then things go, and like corridors going on.
Lovely.
That's completely opposite to the tumble down nature. Okay, that, but smaller. So it's not like so grand. But you can sort of see upstairs, so there's an element of, you're not claustrophobic. Right. I don't like it when you go into the house and it's like tiny hallway, and not in other people's houses, I just mean like my own house. Because I'm quite tall, I feel like I need to...
You need space.
I need space. Here and here.
Headroom.
So yeah, headroom. And
I need headroom.
To know I can do this.
Arm room, headroom. And what sort of colours have we got?
I think you're talking heritage colours.
Heritage colours?
You know, you're talking your sort of royal blues, you kind of like your green, sage greens. It's very sort of traditional, very castle core, I think is my vibe. You know. I've looked at a lot of things on TikTok when I was trying to figure out how I would like to decorate my house. And it was sort of like, I don't like the woman who wrote the books, but I was obsessed with the idea of like Gryffindor common room style, you know, very castle-y. And then when I found castlecore, I could be like, great, I can stop saying things like, I want my house to look like the Gryffindor common room. That's lame. Castlecore, a little bit of that.
Just like tapestries on
that desk. Yes, but not over the top castlecore, so it hints a bit. I don't want to overdo it because I'll feel like I'm living on a film set.
Right, you don't want tassels on all your cushions.
Not tassels on all my cushions. Actually, that's a good point. I don't like tassels on. You get a lovely throne and it's got loads of tassels on it. It pisses me off.
No tassels?
Pisses me off, yeah.
Castlecore but no tassels.
Tasseless castle.
Tasseless castle! That's what it should be called.
No, Westwood Ho is
Westwood Ho!
That's way better. I love that so much. I might actually call a house like that at some point, and then I'll think of it.
So, okay, we're in this hallway. Do you have any house rules?
Heating is always allowed to be on. I run cold. Me and my husband, this is a classic thing, he's hotter. He's just a hotter man. And this is the way. And I'm always cold. And so then there always comes a point when it's like, well, we can't surpass this because I walk into a room and I'm like, it's too cold. And he'll be like, it's not. We both are living different realities. Like, I respect you. You respect me.
That's your truth. This is my truth.
If I turned it on, he would be too hot. And I hate that feeling as well. I know what that feels like. So it's basically just me walking around closing windows all the time and putting the heating on, him turning it off and then opening all the windows, just all day. And whenever he leaves for the day, the first thing I think is like, yes! And then I put the heating on. It's like pathetic. I've actually got like thermals as well to wear underneath my clothes, subtly, so that he doesn't know I'm doing it, so he doesn't feel bad, but I am kind of warm.
What a way to live.
I know, it's not a way to live. I get in the bath a lot at winter.
Yeah, I'm big on that.
And my friend Tessa has a Tessa Coates bath where she... a half bath where she's nude, she's Winnie the Poohing it. Bubble hat, jumper, just sits in the bath.
No, I'm going all in.
Great.
Because also you need to get your hands in.
Yes, feel how cold my hands are.
You know what you need? You know what you need?
Gloves.
Gloves! Have you heard about them?
And the house has got to be like 18,000 charging points. Looks like it's
everywhere.
So that I never have to fully extend my arm to reach one. And there's a charger in not even in every room, every wall of every room. So house rule is, heating, I can turn it on whenever, like, I rule that.
Yeah.
You can have a drink at any point and no one's allowed to say anything. Maybe that's that's bad because actually I'm all right drinking, but I can imagine if I'm older and I've got a problem, maybe I should actually not have that. I like things to be away, so I don't like stuff. That's not really a rule, is it? That's more aesthetic. I'm too tolerant. I've only got one rule. Dogs always.
Oh, really?
Animals always.
Yeah, you see, I'd say animals no ways.
No ways.
No ways.
Animals always. I'll have like so many dogs, and when people come around, if they have a dog, they have to bring the animal. That's my...
Oh, that's your rule.
Yeah. Like my own dogs, I have chickens. I like these really long, leggy dogs that I've got like sort of like scruffy fur. They're grey. And they're quite limmy, like a shin. They're like the size of a man. Like I quite like a big, massive one, but also skinny, because I don't really like big... You know those dogs that are literally the size and proportion.
Yeah, and they're like, you could ride them like a horse. No, it's just, no.
I can't really do that. I respect them, but I can't bring that into my home. If it's big but it's bony, then the surface area is such that I can deal with it.
Big and bony.
Big and bony. And then when you like cuddle it, it's like just gathering sticks.
Oh, that makes me feel a bit sad though.
So yeah, so that's the second rule. You have to bring your big bony
big
dog around so I can play with it. Yeah.
They're good rules.
And I'd have really good Halloween trick-or-treating, so that I'd go all out. In the local school, people would be like daring to go. It's like a thing to come to my house. No one ever sees me. Actually, no, people do see me, and I'm one of those like, just, you know, there's like really impressive older women that are just like so kind of like mysterious.
Yeah.
You know? But also quite powerful. Unapologetic. A well. I'll have a well in the garden as well. So I've got a system for water, for clean water, off the grid. So of course when the climate wars come, you know, I'll get inundated, but fine.
Maybe nobody else knows you've got a well.
No, yeah, that's true. No one knows it's like functioning. It's got like a little bucket and stuff. Although that might make me remind me of that film The Ring, where the woman comes out of the well the whole time. Have you seen The Ring?
No.
There's a Japanese horror film, and it's if you watch a videotape, you will die in 6 days. And the video is just of this kind of well, and then after 6 days, wherever you are at the screen, it comes up, and this like Japanese girl with long dark hair crawls out the well, crawls towards the TV really slowly, and then crawls out of the TV. I've never screamed never screamed so much in my life. It's horrifying. And when she crawls at the well as well, she crawls this. Horrible. So maybe not. No, I will have a well because I'm not living in that film, and that film was...
You're not? No.
Tore myself around.
So we're in the hall. Where are we going first?
I think to the left-hand side we've got really like open plan cottage vibe. You know, there's like kitchens where there's probably an onion on a ceiling, not on a ceiling, but like
hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah, pans and beams.
Yeah.
And an island, of course.
Of course.
2 kitchen islands. Why not? A table where you can sort of sit and have your breakfast, and because I don't like it when don't not like it, but like we've got a separate kitchen and you walk through and there's like a dining room, which is fine, but then there's always someone when people come round who's cooking, and they're not involved, and it's kind of sad. And we've got a seat in the kitchen. We had this like old church pew. There's like a basement, and there's like an old church pew in there, and I dragged it up into the kitchen. But it's where all of our like recycling has to go. So you sort of have to sit
on the pew,
sort of on and around the pew. So when you sit there, because like people then feel that they want to sit and want to kind of talk, so they're sort of sat amid like all of your kind of mixed recycling,
egg boxes, and
jars that you haven't quite cleaned out, and like all that sort of. So I'd like a proper seating area, or breakfast bar, or something that people can kind of sit at. And then obviously, of course, when you look out to the back, the big. Lovely doors, French doors, don't know what that means. Yeah. Let's say French doors. Yeah. And you can see the water mill, which doesn't work because that would be too much work for me. It's just sort of there.
Right,
like an old windmill that doesn't actually generate electricity.
Barbara Streisand did a video called My Passion. She did a book called My Passion for Design. And she took us round her Malibu home. In her Malibu home, she had a watermill. She also had a tapestry of said watermill and said house, and she also had in her basement an arcade of shops.
That's so not what I thought you were going to say.
An arcade of shops, and you know you could just go into the shops, and one of the shops had her funny girl dress in it, and one of the shops had like loads of Victorian china dolls in them.
That's terrifying.
I mean,
what are you doing, Barbara?
So
are you sleeping in that?
A watermill just in a house really reminds me of Barbara Streisand.
gosh, Barbara, she's a real
So you're
inspiration.
nearly there.
I really liked the Helena Bonham Carter Tim Burton corridor between their two houses.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's a secret. And then they got divorced, of
Yeah,
course, and you're like,
not the
right,
secret.
Not the secret, it turns out.
So in the kitchen, it's very honky tonk, isn't it? I'm sensing.
Yeah.
Is it a battered up Arga?
Oh, I love the idea of an Arga without knowing really. I've only seen one in real life.
The lesser spotted Arga.
Yeah. And it's like, it's hot all the time.
It's hot. You'd be that.
Oh my god, yeah, it's hot all
That
the
is for
time.
you.
I might start crying.
That is for what you do. We've been doing all your life. You need an
I need an
Arga.
Arga. And also, like, when it breaks, I'll probably have to call it the Arga man.
You've got to call the Arga man.
I'd just be covered in burns the whole time because I'd just be like, oh, I forgot that the plate
Yeah,
was hot.
touching
Of
things
course,
you
of
shouldn't.
course.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that I'll learn. A Smeg fridge. I'd like that as well.
I'm just wondering, how does that work with your cottagecore sort of
shit. If
If
it's a white
witchy
one-
vibes?
Well, this is the thing because it's not all.
It's not all.
It's contemporary meets witch.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
I'm a contemporary woman.
Yes.
Smeg kettle. I've got a
Heritage.
Smeg fridge.
Lovely.
But I've got your onion.
You've got your onion.
I just remembered when I moved to London. We lived in Shadwell and we lived in this like very bad sort of rundown council estate. The kitchen was quite harrowing. And it was this like corner shop that would do like 3 bottles of wine for £5, and the wine was like nail varnish remover. But I would finish my MA and then I would like get drunk with my 2 housemates. And they came back one time and I was trying to pin. I wanted to make the kitchen look more homely, but the only onions I could buy were those like ones from Tesco. There's only 2 of them, really. It wasn't even the full 3 in the netting, and then I'd drawing pinned one by the label, so it was just a shit kitchen with 2 onions stuck to the ceiling. I think this is the direction we are. And there's like, and then of course the drawing pin just fell off. Like, well, now we can't use the onions because they're so bruised.
That was the aesthetic you were going for.
Yeah, I couldn't understand how you do it without putting them in the bags. But of course, they probably have strings or something, don't they? There's a lot.
This
I
onion
researched
thing.
this. It's big. It's huge for me. It's
you.
huge for me. Yeah. But also, again, tall, so I'll just be smashing into onions all the time.
Yeah, you just
I'm going to
bashing your bonds on an onion all the time.
I'm going to have to look up how they do it, because the onions are nude, aren't they? Stapled onion to the...
Staple it. Just staple it. Staple the onion to the wall.
So the stones in the radiator. Do onions go on the ceiling? It's a lot to mull
You know
over.
that onion core vibe of attaching onions to ceilings? Is that a thing?
Is that a thing?
Ask
I've got
ChatGPT.
a beam and I've got some onions. I'll have an aesthetic, but then that logic will fail me.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening
But
here.
you're sure of your aesthetic, that's what's nice.
I am.
You want countryside garden kitchen type vibe.
I actually bought one off Etsy recently from like my little office. Big long, it's actually too long, it's like about 4 metres long, this shelf. It's longer than my room. I don't like reading measurements on anything.
No, nobody does.
So it arrives and you're like, oh, and that's a shoe, is it? My friend sent me a message where, so she's really excited, she's bought a house, and she wanted a statement dining room table. She sent us a screenshot, so not the page of where she'd bought it, just the screenshot cropped in of this table. It arrived, it was cheap, but it wasn't like ridiculously cheap, at Doll's House. Very, very expensive, rare Doll's House table. It arrived this big.
Absolutely wonderful.
The box was this big, and it had the brand name on it. She read, my tables arrived, and it was just the box on the floor. It's like, great. And then she put her hand in the next picture, so we could see the great reveal of how small that box was. Brilliant. But this shelf I've got in my office, it's got the wavy, like it's been cut from a tree, and then just given to me, you know, like, so it's got like real wood on the edge. But yeah,
natural.
Yeah, but probably made of plastic. Like,
sure.
I haven't opened it because I'm too scared to open it, because I'm scared that I'll open it and it'll be like a Fisher Price, you know, like really shit. Like Sylvanian families. Shelf. They do shelving.
On eBay, I bought I needed to play a tape for something, like an old school tape. You know, do you remember those old tape players that had a handle on them? They just had one tape in them, and then you sort of rectangular shape.
When you like put it in, it was so satisfying.
I know. Hold the 2 buttons down and record.
Hold the 2 buttons down.
Mixtapes, right? So I bought one of those. It arrived, and a bit like your friend, it was a biscuit tin.
Oh, it was a biscuit tin.
It was a biscuit tin.
That's such a twist.
But if
Right size, perfect size. Perfect size.
the size wasn't the problem. It was to scale. It was like real life size. And if you looked at it, it did genuinely look like the tape player.
I love that so much. Biscuit tin.
Like if I put it there, you'd think, oh yeah, it was a tape player.
God, that's so cruel to make biscuit tins that look like that. It's not that thing like, is it cake or is it... a biscuit tin could be everything. Anything could be a biscuit tin. Do you keep biscuits in it?
I don't know what I did.
You probably sent it back in rage.
I think I probably did.
Because also, it would have been quite expensive.
It wasn't, but it was significantly cheaper than the other ones on the site. It makes sense. Ain't nothing in this world for free.
No, or because it's
or for a certain price.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, a specific price that's less than.
Yeah, you know,
put biscuits in. I love that so much.
Yeah,
I was not expecting that at all.
Anyway, so we're in your kitchen. We've got stapled the onions to the ceiling.
Yeah, one single lone onion stapled to the ceiling, loads of time.
But the thing is, you want to make something and you'll think, I swear I had an onion. And you'll always forget it's stapled to the ceiling.
Or I'll be like, well, I can't use it
because that's the aesthetic.
I'll have to replace it, and that took ages. I don't really cook very much either.
Are we just delivering?
Yes, we are. We are delivering Uber Eats occasionally. That tiny remote village, they've got delivery.
Do you have a spice rack in your kitchen then?
No, I want to buy one of them...
spinny things.
No. Oh, God, I love the
spinny thing.
Yeah, my sister's got that. When my grandma died, she had one, but the spices were like from the 60s.
Yeah.
You couldn't replace them because they looked so beautiful, but they don't make those spices anymore. And so she got that, devastated.
What did you get?
I got this. This is like solid gold. It's a pocket watch that was melted down.
I think you did a lot better.
I did a lot better. I was like, well, I'll just take this.
And she took the
spinny
spice rack.
Plastic pearls and a spice rack. She had these beautiful scales. They were like old style wall-mounted scales.
Yeah, lovely.
So hopefully in talks with
them.
With the family about that. I was going to get it when I got my own house. There's so many realisations. I've got my own house now, so I can actually
get the scales.
Gosh, I can end the talks finally.
Peace process.
Yeah.
Those scales would work, I think.
Yeah, they're brass and like really beautiful. Yeah,
perfect.
You want that. She was a great mix of like very 70s and that like old style. Red, black and white living room. Carpet up the wall. So when you went into the bathroom, you'd close the door.
Cool.
Bit of a surprise. The carpet that was on the floor that you'd seen, you turn around, you sit down, you shut the door, the carpet's all the way to the wall. You feel like it's closing in. You feel like Inception when like the city starts folding in on itself.
Was she wanting to throw herself against the wall or something?
Possibly, who knows? They just thought it'd be a bit of fun.
Was she recording podcasts in there?
Yeah, she was sounds. Actually, yeah, sort of muffles the screaming.
So, from your kitchen, where are we going now?
I've been into some of my friends' families, like very, very beautiful, rich people, country houses. Again, quite like tumble down vibe. And there's just lots of rooms. But it's not like that's the room for this, that's the room for that, but then they sort of will only really watch TV in that room, for example.
Yeah.
Or like, it's like, this room is kind of like her dad's study, but it's not really, but like no one really tends to hang out in that one. I went round somewhere and I sort of took myself off and I was writing, and they found it really funny that I'd chosen that room to write in, because she was like her mum kept going, that's a thoroughfare. You've chosen a thoroughfare. But there was like loads of seats and sofas, like comfy seats. Whereas in some of the rooms they'd be really like uncomfortable. No, it's just like the thought of just having a thoroughfare room, like a hotel.
Funny. Yeah,
fun.
That's funny.
So I suppose maybe I just have lots of rooms like that, because I don't think I want like, you know, that kind of dining room where you never go unless it's guests.
Yeah,
you want to use it. I think then just like loads of sort of, oh my god, I want a library. Of course I do. Like in The Beauty and the Beast, but not as grand because that's really nice. But like the walls are covered in shelves. It's just high enough because we've got this in the moment. I've just made it in the basement with like one half is sofa and TV, and then the other half we didn't know what to do with, so we put shelves. There's like a big fireplace on one side, shelves on all the walls, and a nice squashy chair in the middle with a lamp. So if you want to read, it's like
a cozy reading nook.
But the ceiling's quite low, so we can't do the thing where we're on rails shooting across.
Right.
Which is a real downside.
Yeah.
It would be like Actually, to be honest, if we get the corners so I can like round those corners off, so I can actually just do a full revolution.
Lovely.
That'd be great.
Do you want sort of like Daunt's books made Marylebone?
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unstaffed, fully staffed.
Fully staffed.
Tote bags. I would love that. So that basically a room that when you go in, it kind of makes you want to read.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to get off your phone. So it's quite good to be like, they kind of to romanticise reading.
For
again.
sure. Would you implement some structure wherein you couldn't take your phone or there'd be no Wi-Fi?
That's a good idea. Maybe no Wi-Fi, maybe no charging ports in that room.
Would you think about going to work in that room?
No. Just reading.
Reading for pleasure.
It might be in the turret. That might be quite nice, but that would make the rails quite quick. I mean, it would be quite like G-force is like a. But like, yeah, no. In the turret, what will be when you go up, it will be a spiral staircase, and that's sort of like one of them rooms that you go up where you need to have a little scream.
Right. Oh, I thought you could have a little sleep.
A little scream.
A little scream.
Just a little scream. When you're really stressed and and it'll look really like calm, and it also has like the best view. Little scream, little place to do your creative thinking. Often same for me. What are you doing for Edinburgh? Ah, like that. You know. I'm actually doing a gig in Durham, and I've just realised on Monday, so that would be perfect to go up there, run my lines, have a scream.
Would there be a little part of you which is worried about going up there when you want to scream because sort of thrown yourself off it?
Okay, maybe the windows don't open.
Yeah,
like in a hotel.
I just think
you like when you go and it hasn't.
What we're doing for Edinburgh?
Yeah, that's true actually. Also, because the turret might be as well like stuck on top of the house where there's like the roof and stuff. You know, like cables.
You've got a flat roof right underneath it.
Flat roof.
If you fell,
I'm bouncing all over.
You're
the place.
literally
That's
just
horrible.
like, there she goes again.
Yeah, she's in the guttering.
Yeah,
that's not. Yeah, and also as maybe a bell. I have a bell in the like a church. I've got a big bell on the top of the tower. Lovely. I can have a ring. I'm using campanology.
Campanology, yeah.
Maybe I'll do that as well. I just like this.
When you're doing the bell ringing, do all the villagers sort of go, oh no, it's the witch, she's having a moment?
She's deciding to go back to the fringe. In her 70s, and she's going back.
She's one woman showing it
again. I think when I'm older, I might just be like, I'll probably start smoking again. Why not?
Smokers.
Have a little
smokers
cheeky,
turret.
Yeah, but like they did in House of Cards, where they would have like her and Kevin Spacey would have like they'd share one cigarette like once every 3 weeks.
Yeah,
it's very chic.
Yeah, very chic. Just those.
Chic. Oh yeah, Vogues or a real like gitan, like French disgusting one for the Edinburgh situation.
Okay, what about your bedroom?
I sleep really, really badly, and then now we've inadvertently made the bedroom have nothing in it other than the bed and these lovely chest of drawers that look like a sort of jester's trousers, like the diamonds. So it's white, and then they've done a black diamond pattern that's quite distressed. Wood floor. And then
Chester's trousers. And they got two little bells on it.
And then like a sort of like quite muted, quite like muted earthy tones, which is not very me really. And we've got a mirror on the wall, and then that's it. We were going to do something else with it, and then we've both been like, we sleep so much better without stuff.
Oh god,
something psychological about that. I think so. I think that room is very very minimal but earthy. You know, maybe are they called rattan? I always want to be like wicker basket rug, but that's
that's not rattan.
No, this is rattan, and it feels horrible under the feet.
Feels
actually.
horrible
awful under the feet.
Itchy carpet.
So bitch that hurt my foot.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. So that, and I'll have, because I've got slippers, that's fine. And also, crucially, when you hoover, I've never lived anywhere where I don't have to like pull all the boxes out from under the bed to hoover under the bed. And in this one, it's got storage that is like attached to the bed, and then just like, you're just plain sailing underneath. So when you get your hoover under, it just goes, and you get all the dust off, and it's so
satisfying.
Good. It's so satisfying.
You must be sleeping great.
I am sleeping really well, actually. I think I was just sleeping on top of like dust mounds for like years.
Yeah.
Why do I keep waking up with very full sinuses and swollen features, and then now I don't, and I sleep? Yeah, I can breathe. I can breathe.
Will you have an ensuite?
I don't like them. I don't like hearing my partner go to the loo. It's not his fault.
It's not his fault, but
I can't relax.
No,
actually. It's mainly that one. When I need the loo, it's not like I'm getting up at night and absolutely having that sort of time of it. But it's just like when we did have one, you wouldn't use it for that sort of thing. You'd use the other one, but then you're sort of announcing what you're doing when you go to the bathroom. It's like, probably going to use the other toilet. Like, well, enjoy that, what you're doing there. And so I think what I would like is some sort of like balcony or something, so you can go out into
beautiful.
You know, and it overlooks the garden and the watermill. I think having some outdoor space weirdly attached to your bedroom is so much nicer than this obsession with
Again,
ensuite.
quite French.
Maybe I am French.
Coffee in the morning, robes.
Yeah. Nude.
Nude. She doesn't need a robe.
Gitan.
And that, would sort of work with the sort of Westward Ho vibes, wouldn't it? All the children scuttle around and they look up to the balcony and there's you and your...
Full frontal.
Yeah, all togethers.
Yeah. Almost.
Yeah,
Me and my all together. Yeah.
She's peeking out from all corners.
She is.
You know?
She is the Westward Ho. I love her.
So what's your bathroom like then?
Massive bath, real deep, huge bath. I've never been in a bath that I fit in.
This is definitely a thing,
So it's
because
got to
I
be-
don't like a long bath because I can't.
Drowning.
I'm drowning. Where Jack Sprat could eat no fat, his wife could eat no lean. You know what I mean?
Of course.
You need the opposite bath to I.
I need it's so I'm always like this. The more I get in, the more my knees
are
popping
out. Adam's the same.
Adam's 6'4"
Yeah.
or something, or 6'3" or something. So he looks like one of those Irish wolfhounds that gets on the sofa and it's too big for the sofa. Like his legs are out the sides.
Yeah, that would do my head
His entire
in.
torso is out the back. He's like, I'm having a great time. You're like, I don't know. Are you? So I think a really big bath, deep and long, and freestanding iron claw, so that you can sit in the bath and look out. That would be great. But you can also pull the curtains too, or pull them open if the kids are there. Give them a show. I also think really good storage, really good old medicine cabinet on the and then the sink is far enough out so that you don't do what I'm constantly doing, which is like washing my face and then there's a thing I'm just smashing my head on the thing. Smash my head all the time. Big shower, massive round, so it feels like you're in
the rainforest.
In the rainforest. Maybe some rainforest sounds. Like that. And then also I think speakers everywhere throughout the house, but really tasteful ones so you can't see them. I hate a visible speaker. And what they called sconces that you put the candles on, so that when you're in the bath you've got many
on
different
the walls.
light sources. You've got your little candle on your little tray thing. I like to have a little tray thing. Sometimes I eat some dinner.
You eat your dinner on the bath.
Sometimes I have a pan. But then on the wall as well, and then like dim light. Lighting is so important.
Lighting's key.
Very, very
How
harsh light. No.
Here's the thing. How are you feeling about big lights? The big light.
I'm not a big light person.
No.
I don't like them. I much prefer to turn on a million lamps and have that be
Yeah,
annoying.
you're entering the room, you're turning the lamps on.
But the problem is there's such a thing with these like many different spotlights all over the ceiling, and then when you turn it on they all come on and you can't kind of control them. That's such a thing I feel like now. Whenever I'm on the train coming in and out of London and I'll see all these new builds and you just see all of the little spotlights on the ceiling the whole time. Like there's not a lot of variety, and I'm a sucker for them massive bulbs where you see the thing in them.
Oh right, yeah. Exposed element.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in a sort of hipster bar from 2015.
Drinking out your jam jar.
Whereas now it's strip light, of course. Then.
Oh, of course.
That's the full circle.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Do you have a living room?
I've got many.
Oh, you've got
basically
many, 'cause it's just
all different rooms. One that's sort of squashy for like entertaining, squashy seats, bean bags. That's got to be attached to the kitchen, so it's like, shall we go into the? And then you just sort of walk through with your wine and stuff.
Yeah, you're just walking through loads of thoroughfares.
Loads of thoroughfares. Constant thoroughfare and a turret. That's my drinks cabinet, massive globe, obviously. Maybe multiple globes in the squashy chair room that's off the kitchen, so that when you go through, it's like, oh, I've got whiskey or whatever.
If we go into the garden and look over the fence, who would be your nightmare neighbour?
Anyone who is playing trance music and dealing drugs, because that's what I'm dealing with at the moment.
No.
If you're a crack dealer and you do operate between sort of 2 in the morning and 7 in the morning, and you're very personable outside of those hours, but that is what's going on. That's currently, I can't really envision anything else. I would take anything else over that. So as long as that's not happening.
That's fair.
In the village, I suppose, if it is a crack dealer next door to me, they'll be in a like, I won't hear it. You know, I won't hear the trance music.
No, okay.
Because our house is like semi-detached, so we can just hear the business operating hours. Yeah. I don't even don't like crack, actually.
Oh, trance music.
Or trance music, yeah. I don't even know what trance music is. It just sounds like what I imagine trance music
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for taking me on a tour of your dream house, Stevie Martin.
Please, let's sit by the watermill and have a picnic. Let's do it. Thank you for having me. It's lovely. Bye-bye.
So now you're even able to watch this full episode on YouTube. Also, keep your eyes on the socials at Holly Byrne's Dream House Pod, because we're going to be releasing pictures of each house. We're going to get an estate agent to value each house. So if you'd like to send in your guesstimates for the value of the houses, you never know, you might win the house if you get the price right. Imagine that'd be quite a podcast giveaway, wouldn't it? Thanks very much for listening. And that didn't sound sincere, did it? But it is. Thanks very much at Holly Byrne Comedy. Bye.